Come for it.
Oh. So you guys get just settled in, sort of just start look at each other. Alright.
Okay.
Camera rolling.
Hi everybody, it's Harun here. Welcome to the Art of the Matter for this week. For the first time we have a guest, a good friend of mine, Encik Fahri, a well-known lawyer.
Hi.
The founder, member of the greatest blog in the whole universe, Loyar Burok. So Fahri, my question to you is, our country, what do you think of it now?
It's still a nice place to live, a lot of good food. I think overall, other than that, on the political front, it's, well, for myself, I get a sense that there's nobody really running this country, right? I don't know what our Prime Minister is doing, except for the MH17 thing, yeah, he did a lot of good there. But aside from that, I don't know what he's up to. You get a lot of extremism going around that goes unchecked, right? There's a growing rise of religious extremism, racism. For myself, when I used to think there's some hope in the opposition, that's not looking too good either, right? PKR have their problems, you know. PAS is all for Hudud, which I'm not in for. And, well, DAP is in Penang, so.
Okay, speaking of PM, just imagine you can be transported back 30 years from now. 30 years would be what, 1984? And you could tell the then PM.
Right, with what I know now?
That would be Dr. Mahathir. 3 things for him to do. What would the 3 things be?
I think I'll probably end up in ISA first or something. You know?
So be it.
But, well, I would say, firstly, don't go the way of privatization. Privatization, to me, has turned out to be one way to just siphon a whole lot of money out of the country's coffers, 1. 2, to really get a grip on corruption, you know. It just ruins the whole system, it ruins society, not just from a money aspect, but from a moral, psychological, ethical kind of dimension, you know. Finally, I would say, well, since it's Mahathir, I would say get the right people to actually do the jobs, you know. Not all these untested fellas, they're incompetent. I mean, what really has come out of all his mega projects? Does anybody talk about the MSC anymore? You know? What's with KLIA? Has that grown? Have we grown since then? I suppose there's a lot more I could say to him. That's the top 3 at the top of my head at the moment. Yeah.
Now, if we come back to 2014, if you could tell the present Prime Minister 3 things for him to do, what would those be?
Right. My first question is, first I got to find the guy, right? So I'll say, look, where are you, man? What do you do most of the day, you know? Because the stuff I want to tell him, really, he's just got to be around first. And first things he's got to do first, again, is corruption. You've got to just fix the system first, you know? People have to do what they're supposed to do without going after their own self-interest first. And then we've got to get everybody together again, you know, not talk about Malay, Chinese, or Indian, or line, you know. We've got to start talking about Malaysians instead of one Malaysia. I mean, who's one Malaysia? We've had enough of slogans, enough of advertisements. We need to get down and put people together. And I think the third thing, I suppose, would be to really put a check on all the extremism that's going around, because that just poisons the mood, the feel of everybody. There's greater fear, and everybody starts throwing up walls, you know. Everybody starts getting into siege mode.
Personally, I think the racial extremism, religious extremism, I think these 2 issues are the most insidious, the most dangerous to the country right now. Will you agree?
I would totally agree. And they come up in the smallest ways. It's in everything. Like, for example, I see it very clearly because I look a bit Chinese, right? So I get stopped all the time by cops, for example. But once they find out I'm a Malay, they're like, oh, okay, don't do it again, right? But before that, they all come down with swagger, you know, like "Kong facoy," you know, "Encik, you manya cepat, you manya cepat." Very condescending and all that. But
until they find out
you're Malay, and suddenly it's different. And this is at that very base level, you know.
Okay, let's play a game.
Oh, okay.
I will mention a word, and you tell us
Yeah.
what the first thing which comes to mind after I say the word.
Man.
Yeah, one of
Okay,
those
okay.
game. Okay. First word, Selangor.
Crap.
Okay. Second word, pass.
No.
Okay. Third word, perkasa.
Oh, hate.
Okay. How about Ridwan T?
It'll probably take too long and too many foul words, so let's...
Okay.
I can't do one word with that one.
Okay, lastly, the Prime Minister.
Where?
Okay. That's it, folks, for this week. Thank you very much. Thank you, Fahri.
Oh,
for
my
being around.
pleasure, Ant.
Thank you very much.